Search warrant at 23002 Gary Lane revealed blood evidence as well as bleach stains. Witnesses observed the defendant carrying out black garbage bags and placing them in a silver Chevy Blazer on January 30th of 2014 prior to the discovery of the body. The defendant admitted to being in the St. Clair County area at the time of the discovery of the body. The victim's blood was also found in the silver Blazer.
In addition to those allegations, do the allegations contain the felony complaint truthful and accurate to the best of your knowledge?
There.
And you signed the complaint signifying its veracity?
I will.
Based upon the testimony placed on the record, based upon the information contained in the felony complaint, this court finds it to be proper cause for the issuance of a felony warrant. Same will enter. All right. Ma'am, the complaint reads as follows. It's alleged that between the dates of January 26th and January 31st of 2014, you did mutilate, deface, remove, or carry away a portion of a dead body, contrary to Michigan Statute 750.160. And that is a felony. It's punishable by up to 10 years in prison and or $5,000 in fines. Count 2 alleges that you did remove a body from the place where death occurred when you knew or had reason to know that the death may have occurred violently without first notifying the county medical examiner or his or her deputy and receiving permission to remove such body, contrary to MCL 52.204. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year in jail, fines of up to $500 plus additional court costs. Do you understand the 2 separate charges being brought against you? Do you understand what these charges are? First one's dismemberment or mutilation of a dead body, and then the second one is removing without medical examiner's permission a dead body. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand what the possible penalties are for those crimes if you're convicted or if you plead guilty? Do you understand what those penalties are? For the first one, it's 10 years in prison or up to $5,000 in fines. And for the second one, it's up to 1 year in jail, fines of up to $500 in fines. Do you understand both of those? Yes?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you understand, ma'am, you have certain rights. You have the absolute right to remain silent, not have that silence used against you, and you have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you couldn't afford one, I would get one for you. And you are asking for a court-appointed attorney, correct?
I'm hoping Andy Leone takes it.
Okay. Well, at this point, you don't have an attorney, okay, because no attorney has filed his or her appearance. So why don't we get you a court-appointed attorney, and if you do end up getting your own, Mr. Leone can contact us and we'll not have 2 show up for you, okay?
Okay.
But in the meantime, let me get you to raise your right hand for me. If you can, oh, I'm sorry, you're bound behind. Do you solemnly swear that the information contained in the petition is truthful and accurate to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
All right, I have an attorney here to help you out in your next court date, which is going to be a week from tomorrow. That's going to bring us to February the 11th at 8:30 in the morning, and then we're going to have the preliminary examination, if necessary, on February the 14th at 9 a.m.
Your Honor,
Yes.
APA Bill Cataldo requested that the exam possibly be held on a Tuesday morning. Is that possible?
With the 14-day rule, I don't think, by the time the defense attorney got aboard, I don't think that's going to be practical. Judicial aid would have to have somebody here by Friday, which I suppose is doable. Then I don't know if that person who comes Friday is going to be ready to go to the exam by Tuesday.
That's what he had requested when we were up there.
I can appreciate that, but
do it.
yeah, I don't think that that's something that's going to be manageable for judicial aid or the attorney of record that comes aboard. So we're going to keep these dates for now. In regard to the bond conditions, Detective, is there anything that you'd like to say?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Scrivo, based upon the nature, obviously, of this offense, we have absolute concerns about her mental welfare. She's also a flight risk as having relatives in Texas and in also New Orleans. I am asking for a substantially high bond, nothing less than $500,000 cash.
All right, there's some minor past criminal history, and there's also investigations of other criminal acts possibly?
Yes.
There are. Okay. All right. Well, based on that, is there anything you'd like to say, Ms. Scrivo, only as it pertains to the bond, not about the case? Anything you'd like to say about bond?
What does the bond do?
Well, I haven't set a bond yet. I have to determine what that amount should be, but this is a very significant felony. It's a 10-year felony plus a misdemeanor. So I'd have to figure out what the appropriate condition should be. Is there anything you'd like to say at this point? No? Bond this matter is $100,000 cash surety only. Plus I'm going to refer to Community Corrections for psychiatric assessment and a recommendation to this court. There'll be random drug and alcohol screens. And of course, defendant is not to leave the state of Michigan without prior approval of this court. That's all for today. Good luck.
Yeah.
People versus Red, Derek Red. Derek Red,
Eric? Come on up, sir.
come on up. Mr. Red, you're here today for the purpose of arraignment of a bench warrant that was issued because you failed to appear back on November 13th of 2013. The reason you were supposed to be here was for driving while licensed suspended, that ticket that you didn't appear for. That is a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 93 days in jail.